Welcome in to the next episode of The Hot Corner with my co-host, AJ. AJ, how was the honeymoon?
Honeymoon was great, but as is life, you got to get back to reality. Um, Fortunately, I'm here with two guys who came off of amazing freshman campaigns last year, Kolby Branch and Dakota Jordan, both bulldogs, but from different schools. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank
Thank y'all
y'all
for
for
having
having
us.
us.
Not a problem, guys. It's our pleasure. We appreciate your time. We'll go ahead and get right into it. Hey, Colby, my first question's for you, man. So you're coming in to Georgia. You guys got new head coach Wes Johnson. Tell us a little bit about him. Tell us a little bit about what he's all about as a head coach.
Man, he's awesome. He's got a pep in his step all the time, and he knows a lot. He knows the game really well. With the pitchers and everything, he's really working with them all the time. And we got our assistant coaches, and then he kind of works as a manager for us, like hitters, and he kind of just manages it and builds good relationships with us. But with the pitchers, he's on them, and he's making them way better than they are. So it's good to have him around, and he's a good role model.
Dakota, you came off of a stellar freshman campaign. Looking closely into the numbers, you really hit SEC play, and that's when you kind of hit your stride, found the power, tapped into it a little bit. Um,
Mhm.
what kind of growth did you see as a player from first pitch of the season on, and then how have you continued that over this past fall?
Really, just slowing the game down. Really, and earlier in the year, I was just trying to do too much. Trying to, freshman coming in, first time playing in front of 10, 12,000. That'll get you hyped up, regardless. Went up there just trying to do too much, and really just sat down. My the time I got benched and just told myself just take it easy, like just be you. You know.
Yeah, Colby, you're coming into the SEC from Baylor last year. You had a great year at Baylor. What was it about Georgia that made you decide that was the landing spot?
Yeah, first of all, I just wanted to come to the SEC and do as much as I could there, and I felt like it was the right opportunity for me. But I had other schools talking to me or whatever, but I had a good opportunity there, and my favorite school growing up was OU, and it kind of had an Oklahoma feel, where it wasn't too big, wasn't too small. It was a good school. The coaching staff was awesome, obviously, as I've said, but you know, they kind of just stood out by, not being too fancy and at the top, and then enough, to where we can go win ball games and get to a regional, get to a super regional, get to the World Series. So
Yeah, and this question's for both of y'all. You know, two programs in the SEC that have you know top talent in the country. Um, Colby, I know you're new to Georgia. They didn't exactly do what they wanted to last year, even with Charlie Condon. And then Dakota, we know Mississippi State, had the high of being winning the national championship and then down the past couple of years. How do
Mhm.
y'all, I guess, what's the locker room like trying to build past those seasons or maybe take a step forward? Um, and basically, what's the message to this season?
For us, it's really just, it's a new team, new energy in the locker room. Everybody's bonding way more. I think a big thing for us is just, everybody's getting along way more. Like, you can feel it, you can see it. The practices are more high level energy, and it's just a different feeling everywhere around.
yeah, I kind of speak that like the same kind of, you know, new energy and everything. But when you get a new coach and everything, it takes some of those kids that might not want to work as hard just because they feel their spot secured, and then a new coach, and then you bring in a bunch of portal guys and a bunch of new freshmen and all these other people. It feels like everybody's got to compete just a little bit more, and so that kind of brings everybody together and builds a new team and builds a new atmosphere. So that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, Dakota, we were talking about, mentioned the couple down years for you guys, and that's created kind of some heat around Coach Lamonis. When you guys hear that kind of thing, what do you guys think about that?
Really, we don't really, we let the past be the past, and we're just focused on this year and upcoming years. We're not really focused on the past 2 years. Nobody really talks about it. It's like I said earlier. It's just a new team, new year, new energy.
Kolby, coming into a new team with so many transfers, so many new faces coming in. When we talked with Charlie Condon, he was like, "There's a ton of new guys coming in, but watch out because they can all play." Knowing that you're going to be in the position to potentially be a table setter for him, how excited does that make you as a guy being able to hit in front of a guy like Charlie Condon?
Yeah, it takes pressure off of you, and that I'd say that kind of suits my game a little bit more to where getting on base and doing as much as you can for the big guy behind you. Which, I mean, we can all sit here and want to be the guy, but when you got a guy that's hitting 380 and hitting 27 homers in the SEC, you got to tip your cap a little bit and let him do the damage sometimes, and it makes it easy on everybody else. And so just playing with him in the lineup, it's a good deal and eases off a little bit of stress. So it's a good deal.
Yeah, this question's for both of you guys. So what has been kind of your main focus this off season for your own personal development?
You want to go first? Or you want me
Yeah,
to
I
go
got it.
first?
I'll go. Yeah, I think just adding some weight and adding some strength. Just kind of mastering the swing and mastering what I can and making sure I'm being consistent and just kind of every little bit just keep on pushing forward and not taking any steps back.
For me, it's really just trying to cut down the swing and misses. Really just it's not with my swing. It's not much to it. I'm not really working on anything. Just really just trying to cut down the swing and misses for me.
Yeah, and this one also for both of y'all. I think both of y'all had two vastly different experiences in the transfer portal. Kolby obviously ended up switching schools. Dakota, you were in there for like maybe 24 hours. Can you just walk us through what the transfer portal actually is and what your experience was like there?
You got
It's
it, Cody.
actually it's scary actually. Like my heart was racing like the whole time, the whole time. It's
Yeah,
scary.
yeah. It's a weird feeling because it's like it's back when you were like in high school and then you're trying to get recruited and like it's 4 years of getting recruited or whatever it was in high school and it's shrink down into about a week, and you got to do all these different things and talk to everybody and really weigh out your options. And in doing that, it's tough to make a decision on the fly like that. But you make a decision, you stick with it, and I'm super happy where I'm at, and I wouldn't want anything more.
Now, can y'all reach out to schools, or do you have to wait for the schools to reach out to y'all?
I'm not even sure.
I'm not even sure the rules, but I'm guessing like
Hey, I was in there for 16 hours. I don't know.
that's funny. I mean everybody reached out to me, so it wasn't I didn't really reach out to anybody, but so I guess I
Yeah,
don't know if you know the rules, but I assume it'd be both ways.
yeah. I think every program would want an All-American freshman shortstop, but that's just me.
Dakota, you said it was kind of scary. What was scary about being in the transfer portal?
For me, it was really just like questioning myself, like, do I really want to do this? Like Mississippi State is home. So that whole I mean, Kolby was there actually. We were in Newport together when I was in the portal. Like,
Yeah,
if y'all don't know, me and Kolby, we've been playing summer ball with each other since I don't know,
way
like
back when.
3 yeah.
Did
But
y'all know that? Did y'all know that?
No,
I
I
knew y'all
didn't.
played together, but not for that long.
Yeah,
yeah,
we've been together since like I can't even know what was it, 14U maybe, and then we continuously played until we left for college.
yeah.
So we
But
know each other pretty well.
that the whole the whole situation was just me just questioning myself, like, is this the right move for me? But like, and it wasn't. Like I said, like my heart was racing like the whole time, and woke up and called GOAT 6 a.m. It was, or maybe even 5, but I forgot. Like in Newport, it was like 5 or 6, and back home it was like, I think Newport was ahead of time, and back home it was like, so. All right, wait a minute. So it was like 7 a.m. in Newport, and it was like 6 a.m. back home. So I called GOAT at like 7, and he didn't answer. But I reached back out again because I had to remember the times. But like the whole situation was just like, do I really want to do this type thing, you know? And I made the right decision for me and my family, and I I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah, Colby, this question's for you, and I'm gonna take out an answer that you can't say because probably be your answer anyway. Coming into the SEC, what environment are you most looking forward to playing in? I'm not going to let you say Starkville because that's a very common answer, and um, want to know how much you've been looking at the schedule a little bit.
Yeah, all right, I'll go with my number 2 option. I was looking forward to Starkville. But I'd probably say Florida. I mean, we played them in Jacksonville in the fall, and that was a lot of fun. I mean, there was people. I think there was 6,000 people there, and they were there for the rivalry for the football game, and they were there and they were loud. And so I don't wait. Are we playing? To be honest with you, I don't even know. Are we going to Florida? Or are we playing at Georgia? I don't even look at the
I
schedule. To
think
be honest
y'all are
with you.
at Georgia this year.
All right, well, scratch that.
I think so.
I'm gonna say A&M, A&M, because I get to go back home, and I'll have like probably 50 people there, and so and it's 3 hours from my house, but it's the only game in Texas, and so I'll have my family there. That'll be a fun atmosphere.
You just want to see the bubbles, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, wait, bubbles? I don't even know about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, when they get a home run, they have they got bubble guns and they just have bubbles all over the stadium.
Oh Lord.
You come to you come to Starkville, you're gonna hear a lot of cowbells, son.
Yeah,
Get ready.
you can be hearing a lot of booze.
Smell a lot of barbecue. Dakota. So what what are some of the big standouts you've seen from fall this year?
Really our pitching staff, our pitching and our defense for real. Our pitching staff is deeper this year. I mean, you got guys still in Starkville right now working. Nobody's really going home over the break until like closer to Christmas, but our pitching staff looked really good. I mean, I was batting 255 off of them this fall. They had me in every aspect, but I started out hitting them pretty good. But they kind of got me towards the end, but I love our pitching staff. Our pitching staff, and we cut down a lot of errors in the fall, I would say.
Yeah, this one's for both kind of the offensive view from your pitching coach and your pitcher's performance. We know Wes Johnson is big into the data, big into getting pitchers' numbers, letting them have all the information. I saw Coach Parker do a lot with the South Carolina staff that battled injury the past couple of years to have tremendous success. I loved his message of you don't have any pitch that no guy's ever seen before. Execute your pitch. I love that approach. What have you seen with pitchers on y'all's staffs kind of taking to heart and improving, and how have those coaches basically pushed for that?
Really, for our guys, it was really mechanics. Like I remember, like I don't think he let a lot of guys pitch like earlier on if their mechanics wasn't right. So they had to get their mechanics down just to pitch, and I thought that was like something big. That really stood out to me.
I'll say, like, speaking of Coach Johnson, I mean, they're out there working. They're doing, they're busting their tail out there, during practice. And it's not the biggest thing to me is, when you see a college practice, you get the hitters on the field and you get to smash BP, and then the pitchers shag for about an hour, and then, or 2 hours, whatever, and then they go home. It's not like that. We got people to shag. We'll pick up our own balls because, the pitchers are working constantly. So that's a big change for me, and that's a big deal, and it shows that it really matters to them, and they love it. So.
Yeah, Dakota. Everybody's was kind of mesmerized last year by correct me if I was pronounced his name wrong, Durangelo.
Mm-hmm.
And his
Durangelo Saint.
the switch pitcher. What's it like facing a guy that you don't know which side of the ball he's coming from?
It's weird facing him because I don't know what it is. I guess it's just him just switching arms. Like it kind of messes with your brain, But he's a really good pitcher, and I've been trying to learn some Spanish or whatever language he speaks. I've been trying to pick up on some languages. I've been trying to get him to teach me some words. But yeah, he's a good pitcher, man. His left side has improved a lot. He's working very hard, but he's a guy that I'm ready to see go at it this year.
Kolby, coming in this fall, who were a couple guys on both sides of the ball who have kind of stood out to you, more than just their numbers maybe last year?
Um, I guess we'll start with pitching. We got some transfers that are good, um, and then we got some guys returning. Leighton Finley, Chandler Marsh. They dominated. They did well. Brian Zeldin, he's my roommate. He'll get a bunch of innings this year. He's crafty stuff. There's more to name, but and then hitting wise, it's like Charlie obviously had a good fall. Corey Collins had a good fall. Slade Alford, he transferred from state, and so he had a good fall as well. So just to see those guys and do what they do in the fall, it was good to see, and good to look forward towards the year.
Yeah, Kolby. So who's the pitcher you least look forward to facing?
Probably Brian Zeldin. He comes at you from a low arm slot, but he's still like it's kind of 3/4, and then he's got 5 pitches, and he's my roommate, so it's also like a deal that you want to take him, but he's tough at bat. He's got 5 pitches that are all I think plus, but he's 95, so it's a good matchup.
So Dakota, this year, sophomore in the SEC instead of the freshman. Who in the clubhouse, I imagine you are in this as well, the returning leaders, whether it's by example or by words, who are the other guys in the clubhouse who are kind of leading and showing the young guys or the newer guys, how Mississippi State baseball is supposed to be?
I would say, pitcher standpoint, we got some transfer guys who come in and they're already like clicking onto it and they're like leading by example and everything. So I would say Cam Shoki, he's a transfer, low quarter slot guy. He throws the slowest on the team, but hey, it's nasty. It's like 70, 67, but it's coming from like down here, like it's weird. I would say Kobe Holcomb, Stone Simmons, uh, who else? Who else we got? We got a Memphis transfer, Logan Kohler. He's a pretty good leader out there. Our freshmen are coming in and they're working extremely hard, trying to win a spot or do whatever they can to get on the field. But Hunter Hines, of course, he leads with his bat, of course. He don't say too much, talk really. He just hits. But it's a lot of guys that I could keep naming, but those are some guys that really just stood out to me.
So Kolby, you're coming in from the Big 12. What are you most looking forward to about playing in the SEC?
I just say, the atmospheres, around all the parks and the fan bases are, obviously nice and shiny or whatever. But I love that part and everything. But just a challenge and the competition, going to a better league. The Big 12 is a really good league, and I think it's second right behind the SEC. But just coming to the SEC, I think there's so many good people in here, and good baseball players, and so I'm ready for the challenge, and ready to go out there and play good ball.
Dakota, what's the best experience or the best environment you played in last year, and then one you're looking forward to playing in this year? And you can't say Starkville either. We know that's a good environment.
I would say either LSU or Tennessee, maybe. LSU or Tennessee.
Well, AJ, I think I'm all out of my questions. So if you got any more, you fire away.
I was just going to ask Dakota if he brought up to, Coach Parker. Apparently, they've had some back and forth. He reminded him of he took a South Carolina guy off the building in left field, and that was the pitch that Justin Parker called. So I didn't know if you used that one on him yet.
No, I haven't. But I can't really talk trash to him. He talks trash back. He'll talk back. But he really he likes to talk through his little microphone to the catchers though. And he'll get the catchers to say something to the hitters.
Yeah, and just one question for both of y'all, I guess two-parter. Personal goal for this year, and then a team goal for this year.
You got it.
I would say win SEC Player of the Year and win a national championship.
I mean, for us, I'm not going to focus on. I'm going to play one game at a time. Thing, for our team and everything. But I want to host a regional. That'd be awesome. And start there and let the rest postseason. So it all handles itself, and it's whoever's playing the best. So host a regional is my it's a team goal, and then I want to hit 350 with 10 to 15 homers.
Awesome.
Nice. Those are some good goals, man. I would definitely be rooting for you guys, and appreciate your time.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, thank y'all for having us.
Yeah, thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it. I'll see y'all.
All right, thanks, guys.